Thank you, Joey, for being with us.
You don't have to thank me. It's a pleasure to be here. You've been a supporter, and Z-Rock has been wonderful, playing our music, and a wonderful supporter of music and rock and heavy metal for a long time. And it's my pleasure to be here.
You're coming to Bulgaria next summer for the Lidер Rock Festival. What makes Bulgaria and the fans so important to Manowar?
Well, I think the first thing is they have suffered for a long time before we could finally get here. You know, it's no secret for many years we couldn't find the right partner. And finally, after all those years, in 2007, we met Sanko, you know, and the story is legendary, and he had the dream to make Kavarna a special place for the world and, of course, for Bulgaria. And we got here hoping that we were going to receive a good response from the people because we knew that we had fans here, but we had no idea that it was going to be so amazing. We just couldn't believe it. And the reception was just mind-blowing. And ever since then, every time we've come back here, you know, the audience has grown and grown and grown. And what can I say? We're just so thankful to have such an amazing audience here in Bulgaria.
Did you have a chance to visit Selo Mogilovo, to visit Lidер Rock Fest
Yes,
place?
yes, we toured the whole place yesterday, and it was absolutely wonderful. We had our shopska salad in the afternoon, and some really good food there, and then we toured the whole ground, the whole facility, the campground, the small little gastropub they had, and all of the different buildings and 2 wineries, and it was just an amazing experience. And they're great people. Their motto is, everybody at Lidер Festival is a VIP. And I know they really believe it. And I really hope everybody will attend this festival at least once, just try it, because it's really inspirational to see the beauty of the location, how much care these people want to take care of the fans in the campground and in the festival site, and the quality of everything. I mean, to me, it's the way things used to be in the good old days when everybody had a connection with everybody else. And they are like a family up there, the people that work there together. And they feel like the fans are their family. And for us, that's the feeling that we have with Manowar. You know, our band, our crew, our fans, we feel like they're an extended family. So we can't wait to go there. And these people are committed to doing all the crazy things Manowar want to make it special for the fans. They're ready. It's not like, oh, well, we don't know if we can do this. Oh, no. They're like, yes, let's do it, and do it big. So we're happy to hear that.
Talking about big, you've promised a big show for Bulgaria. Is that right? And what to expect next year?
Well, first of all, you know I can't tell you, but I can say this. This will be the biggest stage they've ever put up. It will be the biggest production. It will be the biggest PA system, the biggest lighting, as much as we can bring and fill up in that area that they have, we are going to do. And that was the purpose of our meeting yesterday. We met with their stage manager, their production manager, the head of the festival, and all of their staff. I think there was about four or five on their team, and there were 3 of us there yesterday. And we had a fantastic all-day meeting. We got there, I think, at around 12 or 1 o'clock. We had lunch till 2, and then we didn't leave there, I think, until 8 last night. So it was a really, really productive, informative day.
Let us talk about year 2024 and about your Crushing the Enemies of Metal tour. Would you please share with me what were the most memorable moments, most high moments from this tour?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I think it's a difficult question because it was a tour that featured our new guitar player, you know, and he's a world famous player. So that was something. And whenever you have new members in the band, it's always this kind of, is tonight going to be a good night? Is it going to be a bad night? What am I going to forget? Just because there's a newness, you know. But there's also that excitement, you know. And having a new drummer and a new guitar player in the band, of course, you know, gave us a certain sense of energy. But then you've got all of this processing going on in your mind, like, all right, is he going to remember that you stand here during this song? And all of these components, right? So it takes a while for all of that to kind of gel. And through that tour, it was a chance to get to know each other better off stage, to get to know each other on stage. It's like a new girlfriend, and you know what I mean? Or a new relationship, you know? It's fun getting to know each other, you know? And yeah, it was a very satisfying tour all the way. I can't think of a bad moment.
How differ, you just mentioned energy and excitement. How different the audiences around the world? I mean, fans, man warriors. Do you feel different energy and different response?
Absolutely. And, you know, different audiences around the world, they all feel the excitement, right? But some people, it's more of an internal excitement and polite clapping. You know, for instance, in Japan, the fans are not like ready to jump over the fence. You know, they have a different culture, but they express their energy in a different way. Equally powerful, but a different way of demonstrating it, right? And I'm trying to think. And then the other night in Brazil, one of the shows in Brazil, this guy couldn't contain himself anymore. And he just somehow got over the barrier. And not only did he get over the barrier, but he must have been an athlete. And he ended up jumping up onto one of the speaker cabinets. And then from the speaker cabinet, jumping up onto the stage. And he couldn't contain his excitement. So there's two extremes right there. And I think that's the way it is in the different countries all over the world. People just feel it, but some have to act it out.
Me personally, being on many concerts, like very much Italian and American audience. For some reasons, I feel closer to them. What do you think about this?
I think that, you know, every country that we go to, you can see that there's going to be a different level of, let's call it participation, you know? And some people are tearing their shirt off and showing Manowar tattoos. And I don't know. I just think that you can't ever plan on it. But there's one thing that's for sure. If you're a Manowar, you're a lifer. You don't enjoy this band and then not enjoy it. You either enjoy the message and the unity and the feeling of, you know, brotherhood amongst people, or you don't. And we're just very lucky that we've been together, you know, for a few years, and we have a loyal and dedicated following. And yeah, we're just very proud of them.
That's true, absolutely. As you move from Crushing the Enemies to Blood of Our Enemies tour, how do you keep the experience fresh? Well,
playing new music. I mean, we're going to be doing 2 different albums on this new tour, alternating on different nights, and we really haven't done that in a long, long time. And I think that's an important thing, to be able to do it. Plus their anniversary records as well. And I think that's another level of excitement. So that's probably the best answer I can give for that.
Yeah, how did you choose those 2 legendary albums, Hail to England and Sign of the Hammer, to be the core of your upcoming tour?
Because of the anniversaries of the years that they've been released.
You plan another re-recording of one of those albums, right?
Yes.
Sign of the Hammer?
That's correct.
Yeah. What to expect from this new edition?
Well, I think that it gives us the chance to look at the songs and keep all of the elements of the song itself that people liked, you know, the choruses and so forth, the message, the lyrics, but also improve the quality of the sound of the recording. I think that as I listen to it today, I think everything is much more clear, a lot of excitement, a lot of energy. And yeah, the fans who have already bought the record will have that forever. And then the new version of it is a different version. You know, it's like having two shirts or two jackets. One might be a little different buttons, but similar style. And that's the way it's coming across to me. I think people are going to enjoy it. And if you like the first version, I think you'll like this version. It's just a little bit different, a little something,
Yes.
Maybe a little magic, I don't know. We'll see. See what people think. You'll tell me once you hear it.
Okay. What do you think about artificial intelligence, talking about high tech and using it as a tool in your work?
Well, right now I haven't delved much into artificial intelligence. I mean, of course, everybody can't help using it with emails and things like this. I think it's been good in the emails when you get spam to be able to block it, and it does it automatically or it recognizes it. I think like everything else, it's a tool, and I think it will find its place in everybody's life. I think some people will use it to create music, to create art and things. They've already started doing that. And I just look at it as though for somebody who doesn't play an instrument, if that's a way for them to express a musical idea, then that's their tool. I happen to be able to play a guitar, so I can do it. But for somebody that can't, they can then just say, write me a song like such and such, you know, and that's how they will create. And who's to say great music might come of it? I don't know. Or great art. I think it's too new to judge and see what's going to happen. But I think there will always be a place for people who really write something beautiful, whether it's poetry, whether they paint something by hand that's a beautiful painting, or whether they write a song. I think there's always going to be a place for creative people that have talent. You know, if you do something great, I think it will live forever, and I don't think it's anything to be afraid of.
I believe that you are searching oftenly inspiration in great historical stories, legends, and things like that. Do you have something on your mind that is very intriguing for you to create music based on a certain story or legend? Yeah,
right now, at this moment, my mind is just trying to settle and get ready to mix the re-recording of Sign of the Hammer. That's what's in my mind at the moment, because we've been working on this recording for a year. So when I get home after leaving Bulgaria, I'm going to try and sleep for 1 or 2 days. And then I'll get into the studio and listen to all the tracks that have been recorded and decide which song I want to start mixing first from Sign of the Hammer. That's the next big responsibility. And try and get that released in 2025. So that's kind of the focus as far as music composition. I don't have anything in my mind right now, but that's the fun of it, because I could sit down in a week from now and put the guitar on and write a whole symphony. I don't know, or write one song, or maybe just a couple little things that I find interesting. I'm not the kind of person that can sit down and say, I will write 2.7 songs today. I don't work that way. I just, things happen or they don't.
And besides touring, I knew that you have some exciting news connected with your YouTube project. Would you please share with us some details? Do you have any time for...
that's the problem. I have started a YouTube channel for myself about music in general, life in general, and building guitars, equipment, advice for people on the music business. And finding the time to actually create the content is my challenge. But I like doing it. I've interviewed a few famous people on the channel.
Would you please name some
I interviewed Ronnie James Dio's cousin, David Feinstein. He was on there. He did a wonderful interview. You can check it out. It's real Joey De Майо at YouTube. And I've had Brian Wheat from the band Tesla, who's a fantastic musician. He sold millions of records. And I just enjoy having the time to talk to other people and share ideas. I did some documentaries on working on building a new guitar. I'm building a new bass guitar with an aluminum neck. And that's interesting technically for people. So the channel offers a little bit of something, for everybody. So I'm hoping to find more time to create content. And we just started a mailing list now for Manowar, for the Manowariors that want to find out first what's going on. And you can find that by going to manowar.com and signing up for the mailing list. And so, yeah, just every day there's always something new and exciting.
Do you share some of your wisdom? And what's the greatest lesson you've learned till today based on your great experience, both personally and to me?
Well, I don't know if it's wisdom. Some people think I'm full of shit. So it really depends. I mean, you know what they say, when you're selling something on eBay, one person's treasure is another person's junk, right? You could be selling something that you think, oh, this coffee cup, it's worth nothing. And somebody else is like, oh my God, I've been looking for that all my life. And, they pay $3,000 for it. So whatever my advice is worth, or, my thoughts, I'm happy to share them. But yeah, I think I've learned that you have to trust your stomach in everything in life, whether it's the music that you write or the people that you meet or the things that you do. I think that's the most important thing. And I think you can't sell your soul, because if you do, you're gone. And that means if you believe that you're meant to, for instance, I apply it to music because that's my life. I think if you believe in your music, then you have to play it no matter what. And you can't let others shape it. You have to do what's in your heart. Because if you do that, then what was in here went out into the world. Good or bad, whether people like it or not. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's bad. If you think it, if you feel it, that's you. And there's going to be somebody that likes it, and there's going to be somebody that doesn't like it. It's a big world. There's room for everybody. So I would say trust your stomach, be yourself, and I think those are the most important things you can do. They're not easy. It's very difficult.
And you're celebrating 45 years. Isn't it astonishing? And what's ahead for Manowar? Do you still have that power, energy, inspiration? And where you find all those things to keep on going?
Well, I think it's the same thing that we started out to do. Our wish was to play our music for as many people as we can, all over the world. And we're still going to new countries. I mean, recently we went to El Salvador for the first time. Now we're going to Iceland for the first time. We're in talks with people in Greenland, in the Faroe Islands. There's always another country to go to where people want to hear our music. And that there is motivation enough. Just hearing on the other end of the phone, people want you here. I mean, what a wonderful thing to hear. What a nice thing to hear at the end of the telephone, instead of, yeah, no, nobody wants you. That's just a wonderful feeling.
We play so many songs of Manowar on Xerox Radio. Do you believe that radio as a media has a future? Absolutely.
I mean, radio has an amazing quality in that there is no visual. And that's the beauty of it. When you think of radio and how radio started, it was really making use of sound. People would read books, and they started gradually adding sound effects. And, the old-time radio was amazing. They'd have 2 or 3 people on a stage doing different sound effects and enhancing the story. And hearing somebody with an interesting voice tell a story, it's magical. And I was talking about podcasts and why they are so exciting. If you're driving in a car for hours, just having somebody talking, and whether it's educational or whether it's just for entertainment, there's a magic in radio, and it will never go away. When you combine sound with picture, it's interesting, and even picture with no sound is also interesting. I mean, pictures didn't have sound for a while. So I think both mediums on their own are valid. I mean, or else nobody would go to a museum and look at pictures if it required sound. So I think that's the joy of art, that every one of these components can exist on their own. And the combination of the two doesn't necessarily make it better. Plenty of bad movies, plenty of bad pictures, and plenty of bad radio voices or content. But when you get good content and somebody with a beautiful voice and they speak great, I mean, like Orson Welles or any of the other narrators that we've had, Brian Blessed, so forth, there's a magic there.
Mm-hmm. Are you optimistic about the future of metal music?
That's a good question. The music that we play is, I think, descended from the music that we grew up on. And the music that we grew up on was the music of Jimi Hendrix, Cream, Mountain, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Uriah Heep, and all of the classic bands that kind of paved Queen, the bands that paved the way for the style of music of Manowar, bands that had a great singer, great lyrics, great melodies, great inspiration. So we kind of fall into that category. Now, the bands that are getting started today, they are picking up on the trail started by the bands that influenced them. So that's what the future is going to be. And so I think I see a lot of bands that are following in the tradition of the kind of music that we play. And so therefore, some version of what we do will live on in future generations. And because we are carrying the torch of those classic bands. And I think for the people today that are getting started, we are now to them what Led Zeppelin was to us, for instance, or Black Sabbath, or Deep Purple, or Uriah Heep. So I guess the future holds some version of the style of Manowar. And I hope that they will continue on in the most important thing, which is for us, was to always think of the fans first and the quality of what they get in their hands, whether it's a t-shirt or a ticket or a concert experience. That's always been first and foremost in our mind, to respect and to honor the fans first, and everything else has to come after that, because if it weren't for the fans, we wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm. Is there any formula for that success besides talent, work?
Yes, there's a very simple formula. Anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Give up everything in your life. Friends, clothes, car, money, entertainment, excitement, enjoyment, anything to do with the world of materialism and conventionalism. Lock yourself in a room and create something completely unique, and then go bring it out into the world and fight every day to make people listen to it, and devote yourself to that and nothing else in your life.
Thank you so much, sir. Would you please invite our audience to see you in person, live with Manowar on the stage of the Medallidaire Rock Festival?
Absolutely. We certainly want to invite everybody to the Medallidaire Rock Festival in 2005 in July. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the very best we can do. And I think people that have enjoyed Manowar before, I think you'll enjoy this, because it's going to be even more. It's going to be in a beautiful setting with really great people. And their motto up there is, everybody is a VIP. So please come and join us. And thank you to Z-Rock. And once again, thank you to you for being the person that you are, that has carried the flag for true metal in the wonderful station and the support we've received. And everybody have a wonderful holiday season, safe, happy, healthy, and Happy New Year. And we are looking forward to going into 2025 together with Z-Rock again. And what can I say? Thank you so much.